Hello everyone, FunshineX here. Welcome back to Obscurity, the winner of the Feed the Beast Jampacked 2 contest. Last time we went and got a lot more compact machines, and in between episodes I've done a little bit of cleanup and a little bit of building as well. You can see I've gotten rid of my lava tower. I don't really need it anymore because we've got so much glowstone once we had access to the nether building that I've made glowstone nooks and put them all over the place just to light this area up. So you can see we've got pretty lit up on all the different levels. Looks good. I still haven't had much spawn here, and I think everything that did spawn there jumped into lava. So hopefully we start getting something in there. I'll explain that in a minute. I've cleaned out the mob farm a little bit just so it's easier to attack the mobs if I want to level up my tools. So that's working. And then I've put a liquid XP drum here just to collect the XP as it collects. Otherwise, it was just getting wasted there. Okay, so back up here. Did I do anything to the layout? I added some more barrels. Let's start by going into the 3 new compact machines that we got last time and just look at them real quick. This first one is going to be my machine room. And I think I showed this. Did I show this? Yeah. I really haven't done much to it. Just put the generators that we already made, the batteries that we had, in the 3 machines. So we're putting a lot more of our tech stuff in here. We're gonna have to do everything thermal expansion, so we'll have a whole row of machines there. So it'll be our tech room. I might make it 2 levels since it's so big. This one here I think is the nether. Nope, this is the slime one. So I've got some slime trees going, and I've also got some nether wart farm going here as well. This is really weird. This tree with fast leaf decay doesn't really know that's a wood block, so you just have to update it, and it all just disintegrates. That's pretty cool. Just any kind of block update will make the entire thing happen. I've still got that blaze spawner up there. I now know what I'm going to do with it, and I'll explain that in a minute with something I crafted, but I don't think any mobs ever spawn in these compact machines, so even though the blaze spawner's there, he's not going to actually spawn anything until we do it. And this did used to be the nether one, but we've completely mined everything, all the cobalt and the quartz and the lava. I've taken everything out of here. Okay, and then the last one I've turned into a giant cactus farm. Just tons and tons of cactus. I don't feel like harvesting it right now, though, so that's good. Okay. So what... I just want to make sure there's nothing else new that's around here. I don't think so. Okay. So let's look at the quest book, and we'll move on from there. If we look at Entering Darkness, we had this quest for progressive automation. I've already gone ahead and crafted all the machines just so we can easily start playing with them, rather than not spend all our time crafting. Because they're all really easy crafting recipes. A stone miner's a stone pickaxe, a furnace, and some stone, smooth stone. Chopper's the same thing, but with an axe. Stone generator uses a little bit more redstone and gold to get the actual generator portion. Once you craft those 3 machines, and asks you to do an upgrade. 4 stone upgrades is just 32 smooth stone and 4 redstone, so that's pretty easy to make. And then a successful automation. This one wants you to put these into use and actually farm some wood and some cobble. I didn't need to because I already had plenty. I had 64 stacks of cobble, so 4 stacks was no problem. I think I had 8 stacks of wood, so really we had no problem turning those in. And then it also wanted an RF engine, but it wanted it completely full. So that one you're going to put down your furnace, your stone generator, give it some coal or something, and then put another one of the machines next to it. So one of these machines here, and put a generator, or put an RF engine in the fuel slot, and it will automatically take power out of the generator, put it in the fuel slot, and then charge it up. So I think it takes, 3.5 coal to fill an RF engine all the way full, and then you can submit that one. So as far as rewards, we get a hardened energy cell. That's a ton of power. That's going to run these machines for a long, long, long time. And then we've got a choice. An iron chopper is really just a normal chopper that we've already built, plus a little bit of iron, like a block of iron, an iron axe, and 6 more iron ingots. So no sense making that one. Iron miner's the same exact thing. The iron planter is not one of the machines we've made already, but it's also going to be pretty cheap. 16 iron upgrades, on the other hand, you're going to have to make 16 stone upgrades. So that's a couple stacks of smooth stone. That's a stack of, quite a bit of redstone as well. Not a stack, it's 16 redstone. And then you're going to have to make iron upgrades, which is 6 more iron ingots per upgrade. So this one is by far the most expensive and the most use of iron. So take the iron upgrades if you plan to use progressive automation. Then at whatever machine you want to build, just upgrade it. Okay, so that's that quest. I went ahead and I've got the iron chopper, so I upgraded my stone chopper to iron, and my iron miner, I've upgraded that to iron. We've got another RF engine completely full. We've got a hardened energy cell that is completely, well, it's drained a little bit. And then we've got iron upgrades. I went ahead and crafted a few more. I probably should make more, but we'll maybe make some more during this episode. Okay, so now what do we want to do with these? Well, the iron chopper is a tree farm. You're going to need an axe in there. And because it's an iron chopper, we can use any axe in there up to a certain point. Anything that's diamond level or higher, you'd have to upgrade your not only your iron chopper to a diamond chopper, but all of your iron upgrades to diamond upgrades as well. So that's really expensive. Because of that, I'm using Tinker's tools, and I'm stopped at bronze. Bronze is a good level. It's fast. It's got a lot of durability, and it is the right level for the iron chopper. Now, how did I get this bronze hatchet? I started with an obsidian tool rod, and I used a flint axe head because it's got a lower durability, and therefore it's easier to level up. Then I went into my mob farm, and that's one of the reasons I cleaned up this mob farm, and just started hacking it to pieces, just killing these mobs. And every time you hit one, you get a point, so you get a couple points per mob, level them up, and you can see he is level master. So I could level him up again another 500 or so hits, and he would go up to, I don't remember what's after master, legendary or something. But as you're leveling up, he's gaining stuff. So he's gained sharpness, which is okay. I'm not really doing any attacking with this. He's gained luck, which is pretty much useless on a hatchet the way I'm using it, chop trees. But he also gained a few levels of reinforced. I think 4 levels of reinforced on his own. But then he also gained a ton of modifiers. And with those modifiers, I've added 7 more layers of reinforced. And the way you do that is you get a ton of obsidian, and you make these obsidian large plates. So that's 4 blocks of obsidian per plate. And then each plate will give you an extra level of reinforced. And this came from the comments, by the way. A suggestion to do this is to make your tool level it all the way up to unbreakable. Now this tool, it has 10 levels of reinforced. So 7 that I gave it plus 3 that it got naturally. And so it's now reinforced 10, which is equal to unbreakable. So now it has no durability, or I mean it's infinite durability. Once it did that, then I upgraded the hatchet material to bronze so that it's a lot faster, and now I'm done. So I can stick that in the chopper and never have to put another hatchet in there ever. Pretty cool. So let's go ahead and, well, let's talk about the other 2 tools. So for the miner, you need 2 tools. You need a shovel and a pick. I did the exact same thing as I did the hatchet with an obsidian tool rod, and then I was using a flint shovel head and a pickaxe head, and then a paper binding to give me the free modifier. And I used this setup here to level them up. This is just a redstone clock, and I've got different levels of delay, one with no delay, one with 2, one with 4, or 3, 4, I don't know, the redstone repeaters, vanilla stuff. Can't do vanilla stuff. And then I've got open blocks, block placers, 3 of them, and then some vacuum hoppers on top, putting stuff back into them. Now I load this up with whatever material I want. So if I'm leveling my pick, I put cobble in here. If I'm leveling dirt, then I put dirt in. I mean, if I'm leveling my shovel, I put dirt in there. And these will just constantly place blocks down for me. So I can take this, let's just level up my pick a little bit. I can just go here and just hold down my mouse button, and you can see that it always keeps something, either 1, 2, or 3, depending on the speed. The pick never breaks more than 2, but my shovel on the dirt just breaks all 3 super quick. So I can just hold down here and go forever. And that's how I leveled up the picks and the shovel. So the shovel just with dirt. So this one, it's also got unbreakable. I had to give it 7 levels. It got 3 on its own. It's legendary right now. It's got a ton of speed. Look at that. Redstone 250. That's 5 levels of redstone. And it's got luck as well. So it's got fortune on it, which is really not a big deal, but it's on there. So then I upgraded it to bronze, and the same with the pick. This one's a master level. It's got 2 levels auto repair. That's a worthless. So I put 7 levels on there, reinforced. Oh, I didn't put all 7 levels. I know what that is. Because I'm using the obsidian tool rod, it starts with 3 off the bat, and then it's added 7 more. That's a combo of either it getting it naturally as it leveled up, or me adding the obsidian plates. I was going to say, I don't think I made 21 plates. That would be a lot. But there we go. So I've got my 3 tools completely leveled up, and all our 3 are unbreakable. So let's go into the tree farm area, and we'll set up the automatic tree farm and get that going. It's in the black one here. So the middle of this area seems to be right about here. So we'll put our chopper down in the middle. It mines wood on the same level as it, so yeah, don't put it down in the ground as like I tried to do at the beginning when I first tried this. All right, so we'll click on here. Now we got a few things to do. We'll go ahead and put in some saplings, and we will go ahead and put in our bronze hatchet. And now it starts with range 1. The way this thing works with range is a little bit confusing. What it does is it starts on the east side, so right here, and this is its first slot that it plants. So if it's range 1, it will just put 1 sapling down. And as you go up, so range 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 9, 10, 11, 12. You can see it goes in a spiral. So every time you add an upgrade to it, it gets a little bit bigger. It's not a radius or diameter, it's a spiral, you know, how many saplings it's going to plant. So I would like to do a 5x5, which is going to take 24 upgrades, because it's a 5x5 with a middle one out. Unfortunately, these iron upgrades give it range 2 every time, so you can't get an even amount. So we'll just go ahead with range 25, and that will be a 5x5 plus 1 extra. Now I need some fuel, which I didn't bring, so let's go grab some. I only need some fuel initially to kick it off, and then it will just keep running on its own. So let's just bring, no, just one charcoal in there to give it an initial kickstart, and then it will go for good. So you can see it planted all the saplings. Oh, and it made a liar out of me that yeah, it's on the east side, but once it gets to the end, it goes in the corner. So yeah, just goes spiraling around. So that's our 5x5 plus 1 extra. Whenever these trees grow, it's going to try and cut them down. I'll probably need 1 more piece of wood in here or something burnable so that it starts kicking it off. Once it does that, though, it's just going to put the wood that fill up this slot with wood, and then any extra will go in these slots. I don't anticipate this one going too fast because I'm not like fertilizing or anything, so I'll just come back in here every once in a while and clear out the wood and the apples and the saplings. Okay, so that's that automated. Let's go out here, and I'd like to do some mining. Now I already tried this just to make sure it worked, and everything's going good, so should be able to show this off pretty quick. What the miner does is it starts in an area and it just goes straight down, replacing everything it mines with cobble. So normally you would need to feed this machine cobble, and it will, if it mines stone or cobble and gets it, it'll just put it back down. But if it mines an ore out, it needs a piece of cobble to replace it with. So you have to feed it with cobble or do something else that I'll show you now here. I'm going to want this one to be running off energy, just so it's fast and doesn't waste all my fuel. So I'm going to put the energy cell there. It's got an output on this side, so we'll put our iron miner here. I've got all 11 upgrades here, so that I get a range of 23, so just short of a 5x5, which is good. And then we will go, actually, that's not in the right spot then, is it? I need to move it over one. Let's move it right here. Right? 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, okay. We don't mind everything below it, so it doesn't matter if you have machines above. Just make sure you don't have your base down below this thing when you run it. All right, so there's all the upgrades. We're going to put our unbreakable shovel, unbreakable pick. We're going to put the RF engine, which is the thing that allows it to accept power. Right now you see it's not accepting any power. Put the RF engine in there, and it's ready to go. And now it says needs cobble. So I have 2 ways of doing this. I can either fill this, put some cobble here, and it'll use it, or craft this thing, which is a cobble gen. So you need a stone miner, which we already know to make, some water, lava, and some stone, and you put this in the upgrade slot, and now it has this little invoice here, and it makes its own cobble, which is really cool. And you can see it's mining everything up and throwing it in this slot. Once this slot fills up, it's going to just start throwing items out the top. We don't want that to happen. So let's put a transfer node down. You can see it's already doing it. The transfer node there, and I don't want everything. I mean, this thing mines up a ton of junk that I don't need. So I'm going to put a trash can down. Oops, I don't want it next to it just in case it's automatically opposite side. So put a trash can right there, and I don't want everything going to the trash, so I'm going to put a filter. And this filter, if you look, has a bunch of the junk: andesite, clay, diorite, sand, marble, limestone, dirt. I think I'm going to take sand out. I think I want the sand. And we'll go ahead and put this filter in the trash can. Okay, so only these items can go in the trash. And then we'll have a chest right here. And then we can just pull this that way. Okay, so that should be good. We can test it by throwing these items back in just to make sure they actually get ejected and they go the right place. See, it's still throwing crap out just because I probably might need a few speed upgrades in this because it does take a little bit of time for it to find the right output. Okay, so there it goes. So it should be putting everything in the trash. Here should only be ores and gems and sand, I guess. Cool. So that's good. It should do in a nice little 5x5. You can see what it's done just based on the area that it's put cobble down. It goes straight down to bedrock, and then it goes to its next layer. And we're just short of a 5x5 by doing range 23. Cool. All right, so that's automated tree farm and automated mine. I just have to move that around every couple minutes. Whenever I need more ore or anything, I just go put it down again. Let me put some of this slime down. Okay. Oops, quest book. We also, did we finish anything else in here? I think everything else was done. Really, it's the bugged recipe here and the quartz that are the only things we can't finish here at this time. In Unearth the Darkness, I did a few things that were just crafting. I made a lasso. These are all just look them up in NEI and craft them. There's nothing tricky about it. Diamond relocation. We already had the regular dolly. I added the 3 diamonds to make it a diamond dolly. And then this one is a vial of souls. This one actually is a little bit more tricky to craft, so let's look it up. Oops. There we go. Soul vial. There we go. It's some fused quartz. So we take the alloy smelter and add 4 quartz to make a block of fused quartz. And then the solarium is also in the alloy smelter. It's soul sand and gold. And we get the soul sand from the nether gate with sand. Okay, so that's how we got that one. I made my void bag here, and I used the upgrade on my red bag, so my red bag's a little bigger. Someone said that one of these bags had something in it. Now, where is that red bag? We can look inside. I don't think so, but yeah, it's empty. So, I don't know what you saw, but it is empty. This one is now a little bit bigger. It's as big as a single chest. Let's see, did we do anything else? No, but we've got plenty of cactus, so we can submit that now. Claim cactus juice and a reward bag. A good bag has a chunk loader. Another chunk loader, yay. And cactus juice. Okay, and that didn't open up anything. We still have the villager. We have to make this little chest companion. Oh, I made the golden bag, which is a very large bag. Where did I put that? I just put it inside my other bag. So if we can take it out, you can see it can hold a ton of stuff. So I might put, building materials or something. I don't know what I'll put in there. Maybe if I ever go manually mining again, I'll just stick all that there. Okay. What else? Yeah, I haven't done the magical wood yet, and I haven't done the chest companion. Okay, I want to go into the icy level, which was this one. No, that was a cactus farm. It was the diamond one. Here we go. So I made a pumpkin farm here. Remember how I dug down in every corner but one? It happened. I picked the 3 corners and didn't pick the last one. So look, there is a chest here, in fact. And I think most of these do have a hidden chest in them. There was one in the nether. I can't remember if there's one in the desert. Yeah, there was one in the desert as well. But this one has blizz heads and snow golem heads, which are both kind of worthless. But niter is really useful. That's going to be useful for cryotheum if we ever need it. There we go. And then it has blizz rods, which I was thinking this is going to take forever to get all that blizz powder. We need a stack of blizz powder. Yeah, there we go. Stack of blizz powder, done. Crazy, right? We don't have to farm it at all. So let's go ahead and turn that in. We get a heart and a reward bag. I think that was just, oh, pick one. I'll pick the reward bag. Living on the edge, picking, what is it? It's a greater bag. Ah, all the gunpowder. Kidding me? But now I have all this blizz crap I've got to deal with. What am I going to do with the niter and crystals? I could probably put them in here. I have tons of room. Oops. I'll find a barrel for them later. Chest, let's just put you in here. And be done with it. Okay, so that's how you get that one. Just wait till you've visited the icy area, find the hidden chest, you're done. This one, slime saplings. We already did the saplings. Now we needed 16 green slime blocks. So let's get those in here. And submit those. We're going to get 4 king slime spawn eggs. That's cool. And either congealed blue slime, congealed purple slime, or a bounce pad. I don't know how to get purple slime or what it's for. So, yeah, I'm going to take that one. And I got a torch. Wonderful. Is there any use at all? Slime channels. Bounce pad. Okay. So its only use is to make bounce pads, which I could have just gotten. Oh well, maybe it's a decoration block. I can bounce on it or something. Okay, what do I want to do with the king slimes? Do I want to try farming these or just throw them into my mob farm and let my things kill them? I don't know. Let's hold off on that another day. I don't feel like dying and having to clean up a mob here. Okay. So is that everything we can do now? We still need to do a fill gateway to hell, so let's look at skeleton skulls. Here we go. So we need a skeleton skull, a coal, and a diamond for each one. How are we doing on skeleton skulls? We have Zippo. Wow. Okay. I've completed the other one that's like turn in 16 of each heads. The only one I'm missing is I need one more Enderman head. It takes a long time, guys, so don't be discouraged or think it's bugged if you don't get them. They are all just random drops, and you'll get them over time. Just let your mob farm run. And then the ghast tier. Can I do a ghast tier? That one takes nether quartz, nether wart, and diamonds. How many did it want? Just one. Nether quartz, diamond, and nether wart. There you are. And the nether gate. And I did confirm that is a dupe bug, so if you leave these things stacked and craft with them, you'll keep getting extra nether gates and you'll never have to make another one. Up to you if you want to abuse that or not. Alright, there is my ghast tier. We'll put that in mob drops. This thing fills up a lot with these leather trousers. I'm not sure which of the Headcrumbs mobs dropped those, but it kind of sucks to have it fill up like that with junk. I guess I could have some kind of trash can with a filter to get rid of them, but I'm lazy. Easier just to throw them down here. All right. Anything else in here? No? Okay. Forge the Darkness. I made the dev null. This was a really easy recipe to build. Apple and a cobble. Get you the dev null. Now, while you have it in here, if you shift click with it, never mind. There we go. Shift click into the air, not into a block. It'll ask you, what block do you want to store in here? Let's get this cobble back. So I say I want to store cobble in here. Now what it'll do is, as I'm mining, it will store up to a stack of cobble into this dev null, and then anything else, once we go beyond 64, it will just void it. So hence the name dev null, right? It will null it or void it. So that's pretty cool for when you're mining to have one of these. You might want to have one for cobble, one for dirt, just so you don't have to fill your inventory with tons of cobble. But there you go. So that's the dev null. I also made this thing called the swapper. Now what the swapper does, where did I put it? I didn't like it, so I put it away. But that one, you also shift click in the air. It'll open up this inventory, and it's got 5 things you can put in here: a shovel, a pick, an axe, a sword, and a right click item, so like a bucket. And then you use this tool. If you right click, it'll use this one, so it would use your bucket. And if you left click on a mob, it knows, okay, well, I'll use the one that does the highest damage, probably your sword. If you're digging dirt or sand, it'll go, oh, I'll use my shovel. If you're mining like stone, it'll use a pick. If you're cutting out a tree, it'll use the axe. So it automatically knows what to use. You don't have to like cycle between them or pick it. It just uses it. Problem is, it doesn't work very well with Tinker's tools. It doesn't respect their haste very well, so it goes a lot slower. So there is a trade-off. You know, if you want to use it, you can combine all your tools into one slot pretty much and not take up your whole inventory with tools, but you're not gonna see your full speed effect on there. Okay, we've finished that one and that one. Let's do the arrows. So I need a cactus arrowhead. That should be fine now that we've got all this cactus. So do we have an arrowhead pattern? Doesn't look like it. Arrowhead. We're also going to need a fletching, so might as well grab that. And we'll make our arrowhead there. I think that's all the cactus we needed for that. That was the only thing restricting us from finishing that, was that stupid cactus farm. So manual detect. Oh, I need 4 of them. Okay, never mind then. Why would anyone make more than one of these? You just get repair on it. And you have to make another one. Oh well. I'll do what it says. Okay, so that's 4 of those, and it wants 4 slime fletching, blue slime fletchings at that. So I got plenty of this. And I think I need to make these into blue slime crystals. Let's check first. So fletching is here. Can I make it with blue slime? No. So let's make blue slime crystals. You can see that we combine it with dirt, sand, and 4 slime. So dirt, sand. No, come here, sand. There we go. Okay, let's just make the full 16. Then we need to cook them, so let's go ahead and go into our processing area. And we'll use our alley smelter, just in a furnace mode. And that'll make these blue slime crystals. And it's just a 1-to-1. So for every 4 gelatinous slime balls, you get 1 slime crystal. And 16. Okay, there we go. Ooh, got some experience. That's one thing nice about using the alley smelter over the Tinker smelter, is you actually get the experience. Okay, so now can I make this fletchings? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, easy peasy. And we can turn in this quest. Oops, that's not the quest. And we're going to get 16 manilium arrowheads. Why do we want 16? I have no idea. Someone doesn't understand the concept of Tinker's weapons. And reward bag. It is a greater bag for Luminite. Oh my goodness. I've always wanted that. Okay, so that's those 2. I'm going to hold off because I don't want to really make a bow and arrow. I'd much rather make a crossbow. So let's put those in there. The manilium is not a waste because I could melt those down in the smeltery. Same as the sword blade and the hammerhead that I'll do later. Okay. The other one is to make a bow. So it wants 2 green slime bow and a large bronze plate and some bowstring. So we're going to need 8 bronze ingots, if I can find them. We're going to need a bit of string and some green slime. I got the green slime from the slime trees or whatever. They're stalks, you know, the trunks, whatever. If you break them apart, you get green slime. So we'll do the same thing here. Combine it with that to get the green slime crystal and go cook those up. No, okay. I was going to say that. There was a little lag spike there. I thought it wasn't going to work, but it did. Okay. Green slime is really nice, and actually might need quite a bit more. Let's look at bow limbs. Do we have a pattern for that? No. So, bow limbs and string. I'm going to start cooking the bronze here. Okay, so the string there, bowstring. How many did it want for the quest? 1, okay. 1 plate and 2 slime limbs. So the limbs need 1.5, so that's going to take 3. Perfect, I have enough. So it's giving me 1 plus a half left. And, oh, this is a piece, this sucks. Because you can't combine it, so I'm going to end up with 2 of these extra things. Okay, but that's alright. We will just need our bronze plate now. Let's get that pattern out of here. Creeper face. You're melted, select the bronze, and pour. So this would be materials to make a longbow, which I've really never used. I've always done, you know, mainly crossbow, but I've also tried the short bow. The longbow can shoot harder, but it has a longer draw time, and I don't like that. I like to be fast. So I might use some of these components, I might not. But mainly this was just to get the quest done, to get the 16 blocks of redstone. That's kind of nice. Reward bag, sure. A good bag, it's going to have a cobble or a stick. Oh, 16 vibrant quartz glass. Okay, interesting. Alright, so we can break this down into redstone. Now we just have tons. I use quite a bit on my tools, giving them, you know, some haste and stuff, but that's there. And I'm just going to immediately... Actually, does a crossbow take a plate? No, it doesn't. The longbow does, you see, but the crossbow does not. So we're just going to go ahead and melt this thing right back down. We got the quest out of it, now we'll just turn it back into ingots. Actually, it'd be easier if I put 1 more ingot in there and just pour a block out. Okay. So in between episodes, I'm going to look into making a crossbow and some bolts. If you don't know on the bolts, they're probably the most difficult thing to make. Where are they? Arrows? Bolts, there we go. So they take a fletching, which the slime fletching is probably the best. And then this other bolt component. Now, how you get that guy is you make a tool rod. So any kind of tool rod, use a metal, or, well, we can look. So if we look at these bolts, you can see how they're kind of two-colored. You have the inner tool rod, which you can see, like, this one is a wooden tool rod, and they poured iron on the top. So it's a wooden tool rod with an iron tip. So you can make things like, you know, cobalt tool rod with a cobalt tip or anything like that. So you can kind of mix them, and based on what you use, they'll have a different durability, a different break chance, different weight. You want really high weight, good durability, okay durability. The durability determines the number of arrows you get. Just put a repair thing on it, and it's good. But you can see, obviously, Manilian here is going to get you the highest number of bolts because it has highest durability, I think. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything else, but Slimy gives you a ton, and it's also very lightweight. So if you want a lot of bolts but lightweight, go with that. I'll find the best again. I know I did it for ME4 and Regrowth. I kind of researched in and found some good good combinations for those servers, because everyone's config file is a little bit different for Iguana Tinks and Tinker's Construct. So we'll get those. We'll have to make some of this later. I want to get started at Dark Fusion, and that's Dark Steel blocks. To get Dark Steel, I don't know how I messed this recipe last time, but we now have an alloy smelter, so we just need iron, we need coal, coal in a grinder, and then straight up obsidian. So that'll be really easy to make the Dark Steel that way. I don't have to have regular steel first. I need a better way to get obsidian, so I think we're going to need to get an igneous extruder at this point. That's going to be copper gears, a servo, glass, iron tin gears, pistons. So that's really easy to make. I'm going to go ahead and make that off camera and get that going just to get the obsidian. If you don't know, you just put in water and lava and it'll craft an obsidian for you. That way you don't have to go out. Lava in this pack is really difficult to find. If you look on my mini map, do you see that kind of like checkered pattern north of me? Well, it's the direction I'm looking, behind this wall. That checkered pattern appears a lot of places in the deep dark. And if you go down to really low levels like Y level 10, you'll find lava, but it's going to be filling in those little 1 block squares. And so you can't just go to like a lava pool you were in the overworld and just pour water on it and then just mine obsidian for days. You've got to like go to find where the lava is in these pools, pour water, dig down, pour water, and it's a pain in the butt to mine it. So I prefer much more to just make the obsidian with the magma cream and then put it into the extruder to get the lava that way. That way I don't have to mine it either. So we went a little bit long, but I hope you guys enjoyed all the updates for Obscurity. We do need to do a little bit more adventuring. There's kind of 2 parts to this pack. There's the adventuring, going out and finding the cubes, then you bring them back and you do crafting. But we did do some automation today. We still haven't gotten to Thaumcraft, and we still haven't really done much with the rest of the technology line, so I'm not sure how many quests are going to be in Industrial Revolution. But yeah, you can see we've got quite a bit to do. I'm not sure when supplying the masses unlocks, but I assume that's going to be like collect 1 million cobble, collect 1 million dirt, all that kind of stuff. So we'll definitely have to go automated for that. Yeah, where do we want to... Oh, it was Unearth. We need to go to the Deep Dark Dungeons, 828 meters away. The Village, which is 900 meters away. I've kind of marked them on the map. If we look, you can see Superman and the market were really close. And then everything else is kind of in a circle around you. So Bouncy Castle's way out there. Hell was decently close, a lot closer to Bouncy Castle, that is. But we've got the dungeon, which is way down here. So I don't get to reuse much of my tunnel at all. I just have to break off like right here and go down. And then where was the village? Let's get that one on the map. The village is at 924, 327. 924, negative 327. I think it was at 84 or something like that. 924, 327. Is that right? Yeah, cool. I got it right. And that is... where? Village? There it is. Okay, so that one's not that bad. I can cut off this tunnel here, just go up a couple 100 blocks, and I'll be there. So I'll make up some more glowstone nooks, and we can go explore these 2 cubes maybe next time. We'll see. I think the dungeon's going to be pretty dangerous. We might want to wait till we have a little bit of armor. I'm not convinced that this Tinker armor is as strong as it says. Protection 5, 7, 9, 3. That's not a full thing. Like, the one I have in my other series is 25% for each slot. And I don't get damaged at all. This one I just get wrecked. So, yeah. I don't trust that this bar is correct. Anyway, guys, I hope you like it. If you did, hit the like button. You want to subscribe to my channel to see more episodes. Follow me on Twitter at FunshineX. And thanks for watching. Hope to see you next time. Catch you later. Bye.